Hello and welcome to Manitoba Seniors Today. I'm your host, Lloyd Gwillem. Manitoba Seniors Today is my self-funded, no-profit venture dedicated to sharing senior issues, interests, and ideas via community access TV programming and social media. On today's episode, we visit the recently appointed Manitoba Seniors Advocate. Then I spend a few minutes looking into playing pool, or more specifically, 8-ball as a senior activity. But first, I acknowledge this program originates on Treaty 1 territory and that Manitoba is located on the treaty territories and ancestral lands of the Anishinaabe, Anishinaabeg, Dakota, Oete, Dene, Soline, Nehenowoc nations. I also acknowledge that Manitoba is located on the homeland of the Red River Métis, and that parts of the northern Manitoba includes lands that were and are the ancestral lands of the Inuit. Not to get too deep into politics, but many political candidates often overpromise during campaigns to win votes, but underdeliver once in office because of legislative gridlock, budgetary constraints, and institutional checks and balances. One cute quote by author John Quinton exemplifies this. Politicians are people who, when they see the light at the end of the tunnel, go out and buy some more tunnel. In a run-up to the 2023 Manitoba provincial election, the NDP made a promise. Under the heading of Dignity for Seniors, they made this promise. We will create an independent seniors advocate to provide better oversight of seniors' care. Well, they are well into fulfilling that promise as the Seniors Advocate Act received royal assent on November 7th, 2024. Furthermore, an independent seniors advocate office is in the process of being set up as the Seniors Advocate started work last November, just 8 short months ago as I record this in July. The newly appointed independent Manitoba Seniors Advocate is Leigh Caron. I caught up with Leigh at her office in downtown Winnipeg. Good afternoon, Leigh.
Good afternoon.
I thought to best serve the viewers of this program, specifically seniors, it would be good to educate them on the existence of the Office of the Seniors Advocate, how it will operate when fully functional, and what we can expect a successful outcome to look like. I also understand getting that office fully up and running will be an 18 to 24 months process. And I believe you're on month 8? From what I gather, you're wearing about a half dozen hats right now. Seniors advocate, project manager, HR manager, financial planner, office planner, receptionist, and even travel agent. How is it going so far?
It's going great. When you say all those titles, it sounds like a lot, but I'm doing less than when I started 8 months ago because there's 2 additional staff in the office now. There's an administrative coordinator and a communications coordinator and an intake and system navigator. I'll be starting next week. So it's great to see the plans that I had put in place when I first started and imagining what the office would look like, to see them coming into motion and actually happening. So things are going along at the rate that I had hoped they would.
Well, that's good. Just on the review I'd done before I came here looking into it, the work you had to do just to get going was impressive. Actually, everything that you've got under your wings now, it's quite a challenge, I thought.
Yeah, I think I came into the job knowing that it would be more than just doing the seniors advocate job. It was setting up the whole office because it was the first position, first office of its kind here in Manitoba. So when I had my interview, I asked, okay, is the job also setting up everything? And they said yes. So I was prepared and had done this before in other workplaces. So had some experience, although this is unique, following legislation and understanding what the mandate was and what positions I needed to fulfill that mandate, what the structure would be based on that, was a new experience.
Yeah. Well, you've done well so far from what I can see. I understand you're also currently working, the space we're in right now is your office, but it's just a temporary space. Can you give us an update on when you expect the office to have a permanent home?
Sure. Even though we're an independent office, we're independent from government, some of our processes are still following government processes. So space acquisition, we work with the asset management department within government, and they are the ones that look for space for us. So permanent space generally is about 18 months to 2 years. So it'll take some time before we're in a permanent space. I was thankful, though, to get the temporary space as quickly as I did, and that's working out for us for now.
Yeah, well, it's quite comfortable here by the looks of it, but again, temporary, as you said, yeah. So even though the office and team are still being built, are there any successes or milestones you'd like to share?
Yeah, I think there's been a lot of successes. People are contacting the office so they know about us. Not everybody, but some people, it's spreading slowly but surely. I think the first day I started on November 12th, I had 1 call, and now I think I've had 110 calls since I started. People are inviting us out to come and speak to older adults in community. And I've also connected with all of the independent officers here in Manitoba and the other seniors advocates in the country. And there's 4 of us in total. So the 3 other advocates in New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, and British Columbia. So we've connected that way. And I've done different public appearances, speaking engagements, public presentations, and that has all felt like a success because it's me being able to connect with people and them understanding what the office does, and usually those result in ongoing relationships, so that's great.
Okay, thank you. In the legislation, the seniors advocate reports to all elected members of the Legislative Assembly, and I think there's, 55 of them?
57.
57. You think I'd know, I live in Manitoba, but anyway, however, can we also expect regular public reports on the issues and the issues that affect seniors, like the reports we see from the Auditor General?
Yeah, absolutely. So the way that the reports to the legislature work is when I table it, it doesn't get presented to committee until a couple months later. It depends. They have to set a date. But once it's presented at committee and the committee approves it, then I can release it to the public. And so we will have a website and social media. We don't yet. I think you have a question on that coming. But we will be having the report on the website and then have different ways that people can pick up hard copies of that report. So we do want to make it as transparent as possible. The Legislative Library does have copies of our report, and that's one way people can access that.
Yeah. But I assume you'd have more than just the 1 report a year. That was kind of my...
Yeah, we will. We'll have more that we'll share. What that looks like, I don't know exactly.
Well, it's early days yet. Yeah.
And I want the experts on the team, so the people in charge of research and evaluation, to really drive what that can look like. What type of data would be good for people to know about? There's different options. Different advocates do monitoring reports. So what is the state of services in the province? And then do updates on that every year. So that happens in BC and Newfoundland and Labrador. Also, Newfoundland and Labrador did a report where they talk about the well-being of seniors in their province and then update that. So there's some options for what type of reports. And once we know what those are, we'll share them.
Yeah, okay. Now I've got, I guess it would be kind of a 2-part question. So I've learned the seniors advocate focus on systemic issues, is what they say, rather than individual advocacy. And I got that kind of out of the legislation. And first, could you explain to our viewers what systemic issues mean and give us some examples of issues your office might examine? And I'll get to the second part later.
Sure. Yeah, so what is a systemic issue? A systemic issue is one that impacts many seniors and is connected to a government level system, such as housing, health, or transportation. And it could involve policy issues, procedures, the culture of the organization or infrastructure. It could be all of those things. And so we want to make system change to improve the lives of seniors and older adults. We have to look at how the systems are working or not working. So an example of one issue that our office hears about and will likely continue to hear about is housing for older adults. So the types of housing that are available, the amount of housing, the cost of housing, and then the right types of housing for the needs of the older adult. So in a place like Winnipeg, there's options. If you move outside of Winnipeg and look in northern Manitoba, rural Manitoba, your options are exceptionally limited for housing, and often it results in people needing to leave their communities. So that is one systemic issue that we will dig into more in the office and get a better understanding of what contributes to that systemic issue.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I was just trying to think of some that affected us, and you hit us kind of on a nail. We actually moved into Winnipeg because we were living in rural Saskatchewan, and we wanted to get closer to healthcare. You know, instead of having to drive into the city for healthcare, and they're huge issues that maybe don't even have solutions. I mean, you can't move Roblin, Manitoba over to Winnipeg to be closer. It stays where it is, or some of the other smaller ones. So good luck on all of that. So the second part of the question was then, systemic issues are more, I guess, higher level. So if we actually had a caregiver or a senior that had an issue, what is something they could do? Because it's not going to be dealt with a systemic thing immediately, but if they have an immediate issue, what would they do?
So we have seniors and their caregivers and service providers that call the office.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And some of them are about an individual case that is complex and complicated, and often they've tried every service that's available and they haven't been able to figure out a solution. So they call the advocate hoping that we'll be able to support it somehow. And sometimes it is just hearing what's happening. I always give the preamble before they start talking, just around our mandate in the office and confidentiality, and that I log every call that people call in about, so that we can see what the issues are and if there's common issues. So even though somebody might be calling for an individual issue, if they're calling about something like housing, that's an issue that many people are calling about. So it does connect to systemic issues. So that's one piece of it. But the other is we help them problem solve, like, okay, you've tried this, have you tried this? What about this? And then sometimes it's tough when there are no other resources that you can point them to. But sometimes there is some places that I can send them to that they haven't thought of, like looking at some of the appeals for healthcare decisions, for example, referring people to the Manitoba Health Appeal Board and giving them that information. Sometimes people don't know those exist. So anyone who calls, even if it's for an individual issue that's not connected to a systemic issue, we won't turn people away and say we won't talk to you. We'll talk to everyone that calls.
Well, the other thing, though, is you haven't fully staffed, have you?
No.
So, I mean, we can't have expectations. Well, I guess we want every phone call answered, but we can't have expectations that, well, you're still staffing up. I guess I'm trying to say it's not at full capacity yet.
Not full capacity. And there is a voicemail on the phone, the intake phone, that says, someone will get back to you within 5 working days. And the reason it's 5 working days is to acknowledge that we do systemic advocacy. We're not here for emergency individual situations. I explain that on the message too, but we will always get back to people. It's
almost like the police line when you phone 911 is it an immediate urgent issue? If it's not, you could go to this other phone number. It's kind of the same thing. Like I can understand the 5-day thing, yeah. But I still go back to that, not fully staffed yet. I mean, what do you have, staff of 3 at the moment? Or
3, including myself, yeah. We have an admin coordinator and a communications coordinator, and then the intake and system navigator, who will be the one starting to answer those calls, starts next Monday.
So, you know, this place is going to look different in 24 months. Well, even 17 months, eh? But so sounds great so far. I guess this is the website thing. As the office continues to take shape, how can people stay informed about your work and share concerns or ideas with you? And you mentioned the website's being developed, and I've actually connected on social media. I think your communications person told me I am the number one.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Yeah, but I also told her if she went to mine and made a couple comments, she'd be number one on mine. But it is a good way to start sharing and get it out there. But do you have different channels that you're going to be working on? Or
Right now we have Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And those just got set up. So that's one way that people can see what's happening in the office. Emily tries to keep that updated. And then we will have a website, but the time that will be ready, probably in October. The company that we're working with, that's their proposed timeline, which makes sense.
It's reasonable.
Yeah, because along with it, we need branding, what the logo is going to look like, what the colors and all of those things that go with creating a new brand. Yeah. So those are three of the ways through social media, and the other is phone number and email that people can contact the office.
Paper newsletter?
We will do a newsletter, but it will take a little time for us to get there.
The only reason I put that out there, I'm not a paper newsletter guy, but some of the seniors we deal with don't even have internet. So yeah, it's telephone or mail.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to make sure there's enough options for people to be able to access information from the office, so it isn't all going to be online.
Just a pause. I had something here. Oh, now I sat in a different spot. Oh, well. Yes. One of your first posts. Yeah, I just thought we were talking about the website and Facebook, and I noticed on Facebook, the Office of the Seniors Advisor of Manitoba, and I'll put a link on the television program. Actually, one of the first posts that you guys have, and it's for today is Canadian Injury Prevention Day. Lloyd says as he looks at his finger that he cut with the scissors on the weekend. We should have had Prevention Day yesterday, but that's okay. Well, I'm just at the last item here, and it was just to thank you for taking this role. We wish you much success. And before we wrap up, are there any other thoughts that you wanted to share with our viewers?
I just really appreciate the opportunity to talk about the office and the role, and there's a lot of work in the early days has been about establishing a strong foundation, and just excited to see how things continue to develop and grow in the office.
Well, I look forward to seeing this office grow and flourish and helping all the seniors in Manitoba. So thank you very much, Leanne.
Thank you.
Much thanks to Leigh and Caron for what we could probably term as early days interview as she works to get that office up and fully running. All of us should wish her well, especially us seniors. And I do apologize for mixing up the word advocate and advisor during my interview. I did edit some out, as I think I did it 3 times. Let's call that a senior moment times 3, of course. I promised Leanne I would put some contact information on the program. While their website is still under development, other methods are currently available. Let's start with Facebook. They have started an interactive Facebook page that is located at facebook.com/SeniorsAdvocateMB. And I should note that I give you the shortened link, facebook.com/SeniorsAdvocateMB. Entering that will work, even though online you may see the full version that includes the prefix https://www. Regards the imaging, don't pay much mind to that early branding as it's temporary until they develop a final brand. They also have an Instagram page. It's located at instagram.com/SeniorsAdvocateMB. They also have a LinkedIn page set up as well. It's located at linkedin.com/company/SeniorsAdvocateMB. You can also contact them via email at senioradvocate@senioradvocatemb.ca. And finally, the good old telephone method, whether you have a cell phone or you're still in the Stone Ages with a landline, you can contact them at 204 583-0187. Now, let's cap that all off by saying these are the current methods to follow or contact them. Once their website gets up and running, they solidify their branding and messaging, and they actually realize their full staffing. Some of this may change. It's reality. So stay tuned at their sites for further developments as the department gets up and rolling. Switching gears, as I develop my program, this being only episode 7, I like to look at a variety of topics to cover. One I do like to explore is how seniors stay active using a variety of tools, methods, and activities. On this episode, I visit one of my golf buddies who for several years has been playing pool. And you may think playing pool is too simple, but don't judge that too quick. I did some online research, and I will cite this one to Google AI. The research explained that pool or billiards is an excellent low-impact recreational activity for seniors. It provides fantastic benefits for both the body and the mind, helping to improve hand-eye coordination, balance, and focus. The game also keeps the mind active through strategic thinking and geometry while encouraging socialization. Whether you're looking to learn for the first time or get back into the game after a few years, pool is highly adaptable to all physical abilities. It can help cardiovascular and flexibility. So a couple hours of pool involves walking around the table about 100 times, providing a great light aerobic exercise. And mental agility, the focus required to calculate shot angles and strategize ball placement can help keep the brain healthy and ward off cognitive decline. As for accessibility, for those with limited mobility, there are no physical age limits to learning the game. Many older players adjust their stance to accommodate joint pain, and accessories like bridge sticks or extended cues can help reduce the need to bend or stretch. So let's play pool. We catch up with my golf buddy Dale at the Kildonan Motor Hotel located at 2100 Main Street in Winnipeg. So I was going to say, I guess I should actually introduce, this is my buddy Dale here. We golf together. We've been golfing together for about, I think before COVID, about 6 years, maybe 7 years.
Yeah.
We golfed with another fellow that was on the program back when we were curling, Henry, because I did a curling program as well. So I wanted to come out and see Dale and check out the billiards.
Yeah.
We call it billiards or snooker? 8-ball, I guess.
8-ball, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll probably have this preamble here, and then I'll thread you into it. And I'll just have Brian kind of playing pool. That's all that's going to happen. So.
Yeah. He had all the good shots anyway.
Well, I'm not done. I'll probably just put the camera on. Who am I playing if I play?
Doesn't matter.
I haven't played in years.
That's no excuse. Oh, there you go.
Oh, look. So I was going to ask you if you played pool in a dedicated pool hall. You always come here?
We do in Winnipeg.
We being you and
Brian and I.
It was not in the camera.
My son, he plays on Wednesday. Him and I come here.
Yeah.
But we started out actually in Victoria because we both go to Victoria in the wintertime.
Oh, Victoria, BC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we went to a pool hall downtown. But it was twice as expensive as, well, maybe at least as.
Oh, you mean Winnipeg here?
No. Well, Winnipeg so we went there for 1 year or maybe 2. And then we went to a Legion out there. And when we came back to Winnipeg, we decided, well, let's carry on playing pool. So we tried a place in the North End, but it wasn't very good.
We tried a Legion.
We were at the Legion on Main down here.
Yeah.
And they didn't open till, they changed their hours, didn't open till 2 o'clock.
Oh, so you guys come down here about what, 11:30 it said?
Yeah, we come down, have
Come for lunch.
little bit of lunch and then play.
Well, I'm going to do a preamble to it that's, they say what this is good for, cardiovascular and flexibility. Well, because you're walking around the pool table.
Oh, yeah.
They say some people, you might walk around the pool table 100 times. Mental agility, because you're trying to figure out shots.
Yeah.
Well, if I shoot that 5 out of there and actually get your ball in, opens it up for me. Oh, and I missed your ball. Sorry, Dale.
That's okay. That's okay. You'll get it.
I thought it was a good thing. And accessibility. It's an easier game to play than like pickleball, and
Yeah.
but it gets people together like for mental health, and yeah. So that's why I was gonna. Well, I had here. Do you prefer to play pool in a pub rather than dedicated pool hall? But you kind of talked about that, right?
Neither one of us drinks, so it doesn't make any difference. We're just here for the pool.
Yeah, and they charge what, $2 a game, or
Yeah.
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 So it's not too bad. I guess if you went to a dedicated pool hall, they're going to charge by the hour or something.
Some of them do that, yeah. Or
Yeah.
some have this kind of setup.
Ah,
But yeah, we used the first place we went to in Victoria was by the hour. It was $16 an hour, I think.
yeah.
So
So how long have they
quite-
retired?
14 years.
This is something you can do in the activity. Get out and meet with someone. And
Yeah.
well, I had this. Would you recommend pool to other seniors? Not to get them crowded in here, but is that something you recommend to other seniors?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. If they want to be a bit social, not too social. I mean, there are pool groups where they have tournaments and all that, but we're not into that.
Yeah, I was checking that out too. Archerwood Community Center. I think we know the lady that runs it there. They do it starting in October. They've got a pool league, I guess they have,
Yeah.
right?
So the rule is you don't have to use solids when you break. It doesn't matter if you put a stripe in, you can still choose either.
Oh, okay. Well, I want the solid one.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that. Yeah. Looks like the way to go.
Oh boy,
Trying to make
am
it
I
safe.
ever terrible? It wasn't caught on camera, but I did and do thank Dale and Brian for the warm welcome, even as Phyllis and I interrupted their pool playing session. From what I saw, I could use a lot of brushing up on pool playing, but then it has been at least 15 years since I last played a game of pool. That's a wrap on this episode. If you would like to contribute ideas for a program or just want to share some comments, feel free to visit my website at www.manitobaseniourstoday.com. There's a contact page with a form for providing feedback and comments. Be sure to check back for future episodes on TV and social media. Till next time, thanks for watching. Uh-oh, a TV producer's worst nightmare. We've got time left between here and here with no programming. So we're going to fill it in a little bit with some outtakes, mistakes, or something just to fill that 1 minute time in. Good afternoon, Leanne. I thought the best... It starts off well every time, eh? Of the Office of the Seniors Advisor.
Sorry, it's Seniors Advocate, not Seniors Advisory.
Advisor. I wrote advisor. I took that out too.
Seniors Advocate Office, yeah.
Advocate. You know, I just typed that in this afternoon and I took out the word advisor because I put it in once. Am I going to be wearing a hat? Is there stuff above my head? My head is in the picture. It's like there's room above me yet? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, I like that one. That one worked well.